Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, and we're back. Welcome to another episode of Ant in His Corner. Coming out the white corner, my name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
Coming out the black corner, my name is Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, welcome to Ant in This Corner, where we settle the score once and for all, and that's on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything. This week, what are we talking about, Bill?
Good experience. We're going to talk about the Culture Tour. New Edition headlining the Culture Tour.
All right, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so Bill, you text me. It was kind of surprising because we've actually talked about would we or wouldn't we visit this tour, and you've kind of been silent on it. And I've shared my. I said I love New Edition, and I would prefer not to see them out of their prime. I had been hearing a lot of bad things. Videos have been circulating online, and you text me right before the concert, said, "Hey, I'm heading out to the Culture Tour." Said, interesting. Give me your feedback once you come back. So my question to you is, for somebody who hasn't been on the tour, hasn't visited the tour, and I was actually on the fence because I had been hearing negative feedback. Should we believe the hype?
Let's just say this. I will go to that tour again.
Can you want to share? Hey, tell them exactly what you told me when you called me.
This could be the greatest concert I've ever seen.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm actually glad to hear that.
Yeah,
and for those who aren't aware, Culture Tour, who give us the lineup.
Culture Tour is Jodeci, Charlie Wilson, and New Edition, who are the headliners. They
were in Tampa yesterday, and I've heard nothing but stellar reviews from my friends in Tampa. And yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming New Edition, they closed. Jodeci probably open, and they probably put Uncle Charlie in the middle.
Yeah.
So let's actually get into some highlights. I mean, I know if you just had to pick a couple of the shining moments from yesterday night, just give us, if you could try to keep it in order, I guess. Give us some highlights of Jodeci, Uncle Charlie, and then New Edition.
Okay. So first thing, concert started on time.
That's awesome.
The concert started literally on time. The concert was supposed to start at 8:00. The concert started. I didn't necessarily look at my watch, but I can tell you it was not 8:30. It was not 8:20. Concert started on time.
I mean, within 5 minutes of you sitting down, if you didn't get there early, you kind of missed some of the performance. You missed.
Got there early. We actually got there pretty early. Once we got in parking and everything and walked up, a lot of people were just outside. If you've been to the Emily Arena, you have a called Cigar City, which is a little restaurant, eatery that kind of opens up to where the out part of the arena is. So that was pretty packed. It was just beautiful just seeing everybody there with their New Edition t-shirts on, or they had a shirt that said Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Bobby, Johnny, just everything. Any heartbreak. I saw the t-shirts. It was just a beautiful sight. Got inside, found our seats. The DJ was rocking. Right? I mean, he couldn't miss. He was hitting you with everything that you just knew all the words to every song that he played.
So basically, their opening act was a DJ, kind of like how they did for Versus the halftime session.
Kind of, sort of, but he was just more so playing music as people started to fill in the seats.
Okay,
and he was 65, if I'm not mistaken, 65, 64, 65, one of the two. Old guy, but I mean, I'm talking. He couldn't miss. To my surprise, Jodeci opened up. I thought Charlie would open up, but Jodeci opened up, came right out, live music. Barry, we seen them at some of their lowest points performing. I believe Tom Joyner.
Yeah.
Was that the one when JoJo
Casey
fell
and JoJo.
out?
They sounded like they did. They was actually, the pipes just wasn't what it used to be.
Okay, so the pipes weren't there. I know one, he fell out, which they contributed allegedly to drug use, but I think their heads were on straight. They sounded good. It sounded great. And again, from beginning to end, you knew every song.
Yeah.
Stay.
I heard good feedback coming from the Jodeci side. Like,
man,
I've been watching everybody's stories, and I've heard. I don't know if it was just because of surprises, but people said they exceeded their expectations. They put on a great show, so I heard nothing but good reviews coming from them.
So we're talking, Forever My Lady, Stay, Fiendin', Whatever You Want. They hit you with everything. Get on up, Love You for Life. They hit you with everything that you wanted.
Did they go into some of did they play Casey and JoJo stuff?
No, they didn't go into any Casey and JoJo, surprisingly.
They're open and they didn't have a lot of time. So
okay. Surprisingly, they didn't. So they didn't give you The Life. They didn't give you All My Life, 4-page letter. I thought they would give you Lately, if anything, but they didn't.
It was pressed for time.
Pressed for time, unfortunately. But so they opened it up. The crowd loved them. They rocked it out. They were great. No complaints about anything that they did. The only complaint I would have is I wanted more songs.
The next guy I heard that came up had a lot of music.
Man, what? What?
Care to share? And we're talking about Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Charlie, man. You know, Uncle Charlie Wilson, first name.
And I think the order could have been contributed to. He's steadily been touring, and he's kind of like on that Frankie Beverly and Maze crowd, to where for the longest, I just remember him being booked a lot for the Essence Festival, to where he's already got a built-in, like people are already conditioned to pay tickets for him, to where, like you said, Jodeci been kind of out the mix for a little bit. And I'm not sure they did 100% of the tour. Because I don't.
Who, Jodeci?
Were they on the culture tour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They are, their names are there.
All right, cool. I thought they must have just been selected.
He comes in and hits you with everything from, There Goes My Baby and Outstanding. He gave you Let's Chill. He had a segment where it turned into a little gospel. This man was hitting you with everything that, just everything. He is 69 years old. Yeah, he said he overcame drugs. Cocaine addiction. He overcame alcoholism. And for him to come back and just be sober and perform and control the crowd, he commanded.
That's kind of the theme of the culture tour, if you really think about it, though. Like, a lot of them have that same story, which is kind of like this,
that's
the
true.
Theme of all of this. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So he did all that. Man, and he had a good segment of time. He had a great segment of time.
Well, it's only, if what you're saying is the case, it's only 3 acts technically on this tour. So it looks like they probably squeezed a lot of that time in for the middle and the end.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So once he finished, he dropped the mic and left. Listen, man, Uncle Charlie he is showing you that it's about performance. You have to have, of course, it's having great songs, but it's about performance. Especially, you have to sing. Like, remember now, Bear, we're talking about singing groups and singing individuals. Gap Band. We know what their catalog and history is, and we know how Charlie Wilson has been. He hit you with the Computer Love. Like I said, man, he was hitting you at every angle of all these different songs.
He literally dropped the bomb on us.
Yeah, he literally. Charlie Wilson, he hit you with the Let's Chill. Well, who does Aaron Hall sound like?
Yeah, that's what they used to always. That was a story back then. Like, you sound like Charlie Wilson.
You sound like Charlie Wilson. So
And that whole funk vibe, that's Bobby Brown. That's like the father of New Jack Swing. That style of funk. The cameos and the Gap bands and things like that. I mean, the thing is, these aren't names that I would. Jodeci is a name I obviously think of when I think of verses. I think they're long overdue. Charlie Wilson is probably somebody I just wasn't thinking of, and that's shame on me. I don't know why I did that. But all of the fact that you said all of them are performing and they're sounding like the hits, I wouldn't be surprised if their name comes up to where they're probably going to be on a versus stage soon.
I mean, we've been hearing the names, obviously.
Yeah. Jodeci thing I stayed away from because I just know the last time I didn't think they were like the last time they came on stage singing live. It's always a bad story associated with that, but I've heard nothing but good stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if that their confidence is like, nah, we ready. Bring on Drew Hill or bring on whoever.
Bring it on. Yeah. Oh no, they're ready. They're ready.
Main event, and this is the thing. Like, this is the main reason I kind of didn't want to go, is because I had been seeing negative videos about Bobby circulating online, and I'm like, bro, I'm not really trying to see Bobby out of his prime. That's like my second favorite artist. That's like, it's Michael 1 and then Bobby 2 off of the strength of the style, what he did for the culture.
I got you.
And I'm like, bro, I'm really not trying to see him at his lowest, So how did they do? They came up next, close out. What's up?
How did they do? It's New Edition.
And then if you can, just feel free to just share highlights, because I'm assuming they did New Edition songs.
Absolutely,
broke out into their solo segments.
Okay, New Edition comes out. Barry, one thing about, again, New Edition, this because you follow them, I follow them. They were like my big brothers and big older cousins growing up, because especially coming out the Cool It Now, that album. We know that they have that temptation, that Jackson 5 mentality of performing.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
They inherited that from
they inherited.
uncle.
Yes, they inherited. Yes, Brooke. They inherited that. So the routines, I don't think has changed necessarily. Yeah, it's the same routines.
Candy girl, it's the same
routines, or if it isn't love, it's the same routine. So you're just doing everything off of memory.
Yeah, muscle memory at this point.
Muscle memory at this point in time. So they came out, they all dressed alike. They had the long coats on and the hats, and just you're standing. As soon as they pop out, you're standing. You're up. And Barry, again, they hit you with everything from the Cool It Now, Mr. Telephone Man, Candy Girl, Is This the End? Any Heartbreak.
Yeah.
That's my song.
Yeah. She got it going on.
She got it going.
That whole third row must have been screaming when Ricky said it was a third row heartbreak.
Come on and roll with Michael Bivins. Come on, you know how it goes. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the better question is, what didn't they play? Like, were there any songs you felt were missed from New Edition first? And then we'll get into, I would say, Popcorn
Love. They didn't do Still in Love.
Yeah.
They didn't do
some
Hot
of those.
Tonight.
Say what didn't they do?
Hot Tonight.
That's kind of
yeah. So they didn't do Still in Love. They didn't do Hot Tonight.
They did it off a Home Again album. Still in Love. Oh, you said they didn't do Still in Love?
They did
Hit Me Off.
Hit Me Off. They did Hit Me Off.
Okay.
They did Hit Me Off.
And they do, well, obviously they did Mr. Telephone Man.
Of course.
Well, some of those, some I could expect some to be left off just because they got to get into some of the.
Yeah. I can't remember. I don't think they did Lost in Love. What's the song? Oh man, Barry, what's the song?
Is this the end?
No,
Popcorn Love?
Um,
You talking about Can You Stand the Rain?
Kind,
If It Isn't Love?
No,
Or
no,
I'm
no.
sorry, you're not my kind of girl.
my kind of girl, not my kind
They
of girl.
didn't do that?
Yes, they did.
Oh, I'm about to say, bro.
No, you know they're gonna do that. Yeah, they
Oh.
did that. They did that. So they did all the hits. They did all the hits. Couldn't miss a beat. Johnny did rub you the right way.
And
you know he did my.
Yeah.
And he was to stand out on Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
Absolutely stand out on Boys to Men. He did Ralph did Sensitivity. So he had his own, out there by himself, Sensitivity. BBD, they did Poison, they did Do Me, and they did When I See Smile Again. And Bobby did he did Every Little Step I Take, Rock With You, Roning, and I think did he do My Prerogative or Don't Be Cruel? I think he did one of the two.
He did My Prerogative, didn't he? I did see that on somebody's story. When they posted it.
I wanted Girlfriend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Girlfriend. He didn't do Humping Around. He didn't do Good Enough.
Yeah.
So he didn't do anything from the Bobby album.
Yeah.
But they
go ahead.
They did well.
Here's the fun part. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, the fun part is the stuff they left off. I don't think this is the last. This may be an annual thing for them. This is actually
Barry. They have a residency
at Vegas. So
I'm waiting on that.
All right. Well, see, here's the thing. If they do the residency thing, I don't know if they just gonna be doing tours every year. That's the main reason I'm kind of mad. I kind of let time slip on this one.
Yeah.
So this might not be an annual thing. Let's pretend it is though.
Okay.
Is there anybody that it sounded like you had a good time?
Great time.
From what you saw. Is there anyone that you would you could add to this lineup?
So when we did our pre-talk, I couldn't think really of anybody, but I have somebody. Which
Keith?
fits. Huh?
Keith?
No.
All right, go ahead.
Boys to Men. Tell you why.
Go ahead.
One, they were founded by Michael Bivins.
Mm-hmm.
And two, they were the yin and yang to Jodeci.
That's a lot of music, bro.
It don't matter. Let's give me all the music. Yeah, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, the same amount of songs you said New Edition would played and left off.
Yeah,
you gotta give Boys to Men the same treatment.
Give me it all.
Yeah, they gotta start on time with that. Now, I actually
spread it out. Because if you give Boys to Men, they need Motown Philly.
Yeah.
They need End of the Road.
They kind of don't even need it, to be real with you.
No, I need that.
They should, but they don't even need it, bro. Like there's no one particular song they need. They got, but they
no. You have to have to do End of the Road.
I know. I'm not. I'm talking about they don't need Motown Philly, but I know they need it. They should play it.
But they're going to do that. Yeah.
Because of End of the Road, because of
I'll Make Love to You,
because of I'll Make Love to You and Bended Knee and all that.
So I think they leave
straight
off
ballads.
Well, they leave off One Sweet Day.
Mm-hmm.
However, they're going to do
Song for Mama. They playing because the women in the crowd.
I think they leave that off. Because it doesn't go with the vibe of the concert. It's
a lot of females in that crowd, bro. And it's a lot.
That's why I got I'll Make Love to You.
I feel you.
I got On Bended Knee.
I feel you, but
that's more of a song for mothers.
No, listen, from what I saw on my Facebook friends, a lot of girls took their moms to this concert as a gift.
So because Charlie Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. You have to cater to that audience. Like it's a lot of mamas in the crowd.
They won't do that song. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna take your word for it because you was
they ain't gonna do it. They're gonna do Motown Philly. They're gonna do End of the Road. They're gonna do I'll Make Love to You. They're gonna do On Bended Knee, and they'll do Water Runs Dry, and they'll do It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, because that's gonna give them their singing, their actual acapella and all that.
If you had to pick because even though I said the theme is kind of people who sobriety, I guess the theme is also boy bands, right? It's bands because it's like Gap Band, Uncle Charlie. You got New Edition and everything that came under that umbrella, and you got Jodeci, and you just mentioned Boys to Men. If I had to see, I would like to see maybe a female group get highlighted. So if I'm throwing out a name, they don't need it, but maybe you put In Vogue on this because they was dominant in that time frame or whatever, that early 90s wave, and they kind of been hiding for a little bit. I know that's probably somebody I would add to the ticket just to kind of balance it a little bit. But my question to you is, you mentioned a lot of music and you mentioned a lot of music that got left off. Would you add somebody to the ticket? I said, could you? And you mentioned some shit.
Yes. Before I said no, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to answer that question in twofold. Would I? Yes, if it's Boys to Men.
Okay.
Does it need? Do I need to? The answer is no.
It's just so many number ones that got played. Yeah.
So would I? Yes, only Boys to Men could, but do I have to? No.
I wonder how they got that trademark, the Culture Tour. I like nobody thought to name their tour Culture Tour. Like the fact that they even got the name.
I don't know.
Nah. So all right. So I guess my it sounds good. I mean, I keep my ear out. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's just too late in the game for me to try to go to Miami right now. But if you had to, I'm glad they did good. But if you had to give an overall grade to this for individuals that are A+, that's good.
Straight across the board. If it was a group project, everybody contributed to their part, and they contributed well.
And I also told you this even while I was on the fence. I said, I mean, you kind of get your money's worth off the ticket just based off of the energy. Like I'd be happy. I'd be the energy of the crowd. I'm happy just walking through a crowd seeing nothing but New Edition, Bobby Brown button on the sleeves, right? Like LL Cool J said. So and everybody's singing the words. It was one accord at that point. I don't even know if I need to hear the artist. I do, but I'm glad that it made sense. But A+ sounds great. So what say you guys? I mean, have you been to the concert? Well, actually,
I hope.
Bill, how like I'm talking to you and it's just your opinion. I mean, typically, whenever I'm trying to like, trying to get my wallet out and pay something, I typically ask more than one person. So rather than just talking to you, how can I get some feedback for some other folks?
Hey, y'all know what to do. Go down to your comment section. You know what we call it. We call it my 2 cents. Add your 2 cents. Did you go to the concert? What do you think about the concert? What do you think about Jodeci, Charlie Wilson, New Edition? Are
you seeing stuff online that's worrying you a little bit?
Yes. Or if you saw it in another city, how did you think of, what is your opinion about the performances? Because here in Tampa, I don't have anything bad to say about it. And other than my other friends who went to the concert last night as well, and seeing their stories and hearing how, watching their takes on it. Same thing. It was great.
Also for me, just also put, what's your dream lineup? Like this is, who would you like to see on a tour like this? This is the cool thing about New Jack Swing. It's such a, I mean, when you look at it, it didn't have a long life in the industry that long. It lasted from like 88 to 92, maybe. So 4 years, and you're talking about, it's graduated to where we're going to live forever off of it because of these concerts. Is there, it don't have to be only in this genre, but is there a lineup you would like to see go on tour? Let us know in your 2 cent section. But also, Bill, what's a way they could actually show support? Like we out here talking about
support us. Like this video, comment, leave us a comment. We love to read the comments. We love interacting with you guys, going back and forth, not on a negative aspect, but sometimes we learn things from you guys and you put us in check when we have things wrong. Hey, I concede. I have no problem saying I was wrong or anything, but we love the back and forth banter. And subscribe to our channel. It takes 1 second just to hit that subscribe button and share our content, send it somewhere else, have somebody else come and watch us. That's the only thing we ask. Like, comment, subscribe, and share our content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. So when we do drop videos, you'll be the first to be alerted.
All right. Appreciate you guys in advance for that. I mean, Bill, that's all that I got.
Yes. Only thing I got. Peace.